Everybody
Oh.
most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Realest People in Real Estate podcast, where we talk about the real shit and not about real estate. I'm one of your hosts, Brooke Jones, aka the Money Agent.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Tyra Nicole.
And I am Nicole Pay, and today we have realtor, investor, Miss Fire Your Landlord, and author, Miss Sade Harper. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you.
Welcome.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a drink because I think we all need it.
Yes.
So to our production crew and our business partners and everyone.
Everyone.
And
Salud.
Salute, cheers. We won't say that. That's a whole nother story.
Happy Valentine's Day.
It is Valentine's Day, and we're all
Everybody.
here celebrating it together. That's what
She got on the memo. She's
I know.
wearing red.
You're the only one in red. Oh, we didn't get the memo.
Yeah, no pink.
I definitely did.
No pink, no red. I'm not a red person. Are you guys red? I don't. I'm
No,
not a
it's
red.
it's a bold color. I have a few things
We are what?
Some of us are celebrating Valentine's Day. No.
to the people that celebrate.
I've been with him for 15 years. There's no more Valentine's Day. Like, we wake up in the morning and give each other a high five, and that's about it. Another day. All right, so we're going to move to hot topics. So we talk about
Alright.
trending topics. You had a whole list full of stuff.
It was not a whole list. It was just two things.
I mean, you always come with receipts, so I
Yeah.
feel like that's a list. Okay, where do you want to start? What are we starting?
Well, the thing about it, I think one of them is a little too deep
Okay.
to get into because I didn't really send you guys the memo. Because, yeah, it was like the Super Bowl rituals. It was like
yeah,
this-
I wanted to hear
I
about
kind of
that.
do.
Yeah.
Like, I just want a little snippet of what exactly.
Yeah, I literally watch people on YouTube who decode the Super Bowl, and
What are we decoding? It's a football game.
it's like,
Everything.
yeah,
Like,
it's so many spells
what are we
being casted at like
jeez.
Super Bowls
I'm gonna
and
drink to that.
the Grammys and all those award
Welcome to
shows.
the show, Shadi.
Right.
And they do it like on specific dates for specific reasons, and it's just a lot. So this one was kind of like the death and the rebirth with Usher.
Did you
But,
hear that
yeah.
Usher got married
He got
before
married.
the Super Bowl?
That
Was it
something
before or
like that.
after?
Before.
I know they got
marriage license before.
before, so I didn't know if they had gotten married before.
Yeah.
And he's got what, like 2 kids with her, I think. Two,
I have
two
no
or three.
clue.
Like
She's
2.
like, I don't care. I just want to
No,
talk about the
I just
rituals.
don't. No, I just don't even know who he married.
Like, long time ago, I'm respectfully saying she's a nobody. Like, she's not a nobody, but
He
she's
always
not.
marries nobody.
in the forefront.
She's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
an anybody that we would know, like an actress or anything
I
like that.
didn't even know he had a.
The only reason I knew is because he serenaded her at one of his shows in Vegas, and I
okay.
remember she was like, she made a point. She came to one of his shows and he promised he wasn't going to, and then it was all over Instagram. Like,
I think
see, I
I
didn't
did
see that.
see that.
Yeah.
I think I saw something like that.
so okay, well,
Yeah.
Super Bowl rituals. That's deep.
I'll
so
send you guys the link.
we're gonna move on from that, and then
Wait, can we talk about
What?
the Alicia Keys Usher moment?
You guys, I missed halftime.
I wish they
where
let
were
that
you?
go.
I was at
Meyer.
What are
Yeah.
you talking about? There was a football game played at the Usher concert. I didn't even give 2 shits about anything that was happening in that football game. Number one, the Lions lost the week before, so kick rocks to Kansas City and 49ers. Didn't even care. But like, we were at an Usher concert. Like, that wasn't even a football game. Taylor Swift's boyfriend was playing at the Usher concert.
The most
Period.
viewed halftime show. of
Was
all
it?
time.
Really?
Okay, so the only thing I will say
29 million.
about the halftime show is I was disappointed, and maybe I'm a huge Usher fan. Like, we're going to his concert. What's that? September. We're going to. So, huge Usher fan. I felt like every time he would sing a song, as soon as you would start singing it, it was gone. Like,
Because he was trying to get
he
like
was trying
so
to get
many
so
in.
much
Yeah,
in there in such a
so-
minimal time.
Yeah.
And to speak
Reminds
up,
me of me playing DJ.
it's just like when you play DJ. You literally start singing the song, and Will's like, next. And everyone's
He's
like,
As soon
probably
as you
an
get
8.
into it, you like.
as soon as you start singing, Will's like, nope, next.
That's annoying.
It's see. It wasn't me.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to get in like all of his hits.
He was.
and that was the
And
time that he had.
I loved how he paid homage to so many people before him. Like, I don't know if you guys, because I really like dove deep into it. Like Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, when he took his shirt off, they were saying that because when he took his shirt off and showed his body was Janet Jackson. Michael Jackson.
That was a sex ritual. Go ahead. Sorry.
Decoding.
You like
Decoded.
whispered that like cryptic and
Tyra
everything.
needs a book called
She
Decoded.
does because I'm
Wait,
telling
Daisy,
you.
Decoded.
gotta
She-
go with
By
it.
Tyra.
She comes with the receipts every
I
time,
love to
and I
decode
can't
stuff.
off the top of my head think of everyone else. Rihanna was supposed to be the red that Alicia Keys wore. Gosh, I can't even think of other. Go ahead. What was
Bunch
it?
of rituals. That's
Okay. Well, anyways,
I just watched
Prince
the
was.
concert.
lot of
Prince,
red.
I was
It was a lot
enjoying the
of red.
concert. Prince was when her came out and played the guitar. He was paying. They said that Lisa Left Eye Lopez was what her was wearing was tribute to her. So it was like tribute to everyone that kind of came before.
I
have a
didn't
did you guys
get that
know?
part.
Oh, you
What?
did you guys know?
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
Did you guys know that they get a $15 million budget to do the production? Like they don't get paid.
They don't
Right.
get paid.
They
And
get
then-
Oh,
$15 million to put together.
see, I didn't even know they got a budget. I thought it was all paid for by themselves.
$15 million
$15 million
budget.
to put that on.
I was just at the concert.
I was
I
too.
didn't worry about a
You went to
budget, decoding.
What concert? Oh,
Usher
you
concert.
sit here just like
What do you mean,
listening
what
to a
concert?
The Usher concert.
I thought you were saying you just
There
went
was a
to the
football
concert.
game
Okay.
at the Usher concert.
Period.
So back to what Rob was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia Keys, they're rumored to allegedly have dated in the past. That's something else that kind of
Usher and Alicia Keys dated in the
yes.
past.
There was rumors
Oh.
that they have dated in the
They're really
past.
booze.
That they were real. That's where the song "My Boo" came from, and them singing it together. That there was rumor that they, and in fact, the Breakfast Club talked about it, and I heard that on the Breakfast Club. But I don't know how I would feel. Did you see any of it? Because you said you missed it. Okay.
I seen the clips on Instagram.
Okay.
or TikTok.
So there was like a moment between the two of them where he walked up and he put his arms around her waist and was holding her. And then she grabbed him, but what struck me, it's one thing like to be in acting and whatever, but the minute she put her head back on his shoulder, to me that's a sign of like
Affection.
affection. To me that's not acting. To me that like when my man comes up and hugs me and I like lean back into him, that's a whole different level of affection than just someone coming around and acting. What are your guys' take on? I don't even
Everybody's
know
looking at me.
I know because I am because I don't even know if I want to know.
Well, I truly believe it was acting.
You do?
I did. Yeah, I don't
that's
even
some
feel like
good
Usher
acting
likes
right there.
women. It didn't even
my
look
God.
like.
He got married before the Super
Allegedly.
Bowl.
He definitely don't like women. Like that's
You
all the
almost
show.
made me snort.
Even probably the marriage.
So you think that's just his beard?
Yeah, even I saw that part, and he wasn't even. He was acting. It didn't even look like he was into her or
What'd you
looking
say,
at her.
Lenise?
Wait, what?
He really looks like he likes women to you guys.
So Usher don't like women.
Huh?
Swiss didn't care. Like he really.
He
Oh,
literally
Swiss,
didn't care.
Swiss
because
literally
he
put it
knew.
out like y'all are
Alicia's
paying
husband.
attention to the
Yeah.
wrong thing,
Alicia's
and
husband didn't care.
but the thing about it is he wasn't even there.
Said he didn't care.
He was somewhere else with their kids. He wasn't even
He
at.
definitely didn't care. I wouldn't care either, cause he doesn't even. Look at him on the stage. Like he did not look like
Right.
he would be into women to me.
Really, you don't think? Okay, I mean that's like
That's deep.
it is because
I never got
well,
that.
I know you agree. I already know you agree.
She knows about it. I mean, he ran with the
Did he?
Did you see that interview?
That's right.
Yeah,
I totally forgot.
But did you see when P. Diddy made a mistake and said that they used to wake up together?
Yes, I totally forgot. We have touched.
You have to.
We
play
have
that on
touched
the clip.
base on. You'll have to, because I
I look
forgot.
at Ty right now. He's cracking up.
So
He made a mistake and said that he was like, yeah.
yes,
I think
and
we got
yeah, I
our
think I
viral
remember that
podcast.
too.
yeah, and we've dug deep into like
Yeah.
the Diddy stuff before, and that's a a pigeonhole. I don't even know what kind of hole.
He
It's a
groomed
black,
Usher,
dark
basically.
hole.
Allegedly. He
Allegedly,
groomed
we're gonna
Usher.
say that. And he groomed Usher, and there was talk about whatever. But I didn't even think about that correlation until you just mentioned it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Usher doesn't
Yeah.
allegedly doesn't like women, and Swiss Beats was okay with his wife.
Because he knows.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything to be worried about.
He's like, nothing here.
Next
He
concert,
didn't understand why
let's move
everyone
on.
else was
Next
so
caller.
worried about it.
Exactly. Thank you. Next caller. But it was funny though
right.
because I was super excited to see Alicia Keys. I love her. I saw her in concert with our daughter. Her voice definitely did crack in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And
I didn't notice that.
it did
Yeah, it
crack.
did.
And they edited it so anything that replayed, it did not crack.
Oh.
And it was kind of funny. 'cause
She
I'm
probably
like,
made
really,
them
y'all?
do that.
Like,
Yeah, but it's
it-
on TikTok already. They already got
it's
it.
already out there. But the crack was
Yeah.
it was
I
a
didn't
pretty
hear
like
that.
Oh, it was bad.
it was like
It was bad.
come on,
The
mama.
opener, it was just like, oh my
Yeah, you did
Yeah.
that. So, all right. So, trending topics. We're gonna move on. We're not gonna let Tyra
Yeah.
God. Decode anything?
decode anything else. We're gonna move into Miss Sade Harper. We don't talk about real estate, but tell us, how did you get into real estate? Like, how did that come about?
Whew, I was walking out of school. Well, when I graduated from high school, or before I graduated from high school, I knew that I wanted to get into real estate. I didn't have a clue or nobody before me to teach me anything. But I knew at some point I wanted to get into real estate. And then just so happened a few years after I graduated, it was this young lady that I knew. Well, I didn't know her personally. She was introduced to me, and she was into real estate, and she was driving these brand new cars every other month. I'm like, shit, what is she doing? So I asked her, and she told me, and she schooled me. And
Okay.
that's kind of where I got started. So right out of high school, and when I was 19, I purchased my first 2-family flat on the west side.
Stop
That's
it.
great.
That's amazing. And so,
So-
is that how you became like an investor?
Yeah.
Is that where it started?
Yep. So I did. So after I purchased that house, or just before I purchased that house on the west side, I went to real estate school because I thought that I had to get a real estate license to be a real estate investor. I think a lot of us
A
think
lot
that.
of people do.
Yeah. And so I did that, and then but she told me which school to go to. Like, she really schooled me
That's
on real
awesome.
estate. And then I went and got a student loan and bought some real estate when the market crashed.
Okay.
Stop. See, y'all just got schooled.
That's smart.
That's
Wait,
so
real quick,
smart.
put this down because this thing's like. There we go.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Let's go back to your childhood. Let's start there. Where'd you grow up?
A lot of people don't know I grew up in the heart of what we call the red zone.
Okay.
On the east side. So that's 7 Mile and Hoover.
So
I'm
you're
right
east
over there
side.
where Eminem grew up.
Yeah.
It's right now it's like gang infested and all that good stuff, but well, all that bad stuff really. But I grew up on 7 Mile and Hoover. I went to high school at Osborne High School right on the corner. You know,
What was
It's the
childhood
east side.
like? Like,
It
what
was-
was
it was
Little Sade.
it
Yeah.
was
Little
pleasant.
Sade.
what was
it was relatively pleasant. My grandparents raised me.
okay?
So I came from a pretty good household, full homeowners, things like that. I really had a good upbringing. It wasn't until I got into like high school when I started realizing the neighborhood I was growing up in and the things that were happening. I could distinctly remember one night, me and my girlfriends, we were hanging out, and we came back home. They dropped me off at home, and I came in the house. I sat down in the living room, and I had a bullet fly past my head. So that's
Stop
kinda,
it.
So at that point, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta do something different with my life. I gotta get away from
So,
here.
what was that? Like, was it a drive-by or
Yeah,
like what?
so okay.
How did- yeah, let's get into that story.
What ended up happening is I found out the next day. So the bullet came flying through the window. A guy was dead in front of my house. You could smell the blood. Literally, you could smell the blood.
And how old were you?
I was just graduated high school. Oh wow! And I was going to Wayne State at the time, and so I'm sitting in the house getting ready to watch TV, and a bullet come flying through the window, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm hit. I literally hit the ground, like, oh my god, I'm hit. I'm feeling my head, like. And so when I got up, my mom came downstairs. We were living with my grandparents at the time. My mom came downstairs and she opened the door and she was like, oh my God, it's Pops. It's Pops. So the next day we realized that when I walked in the house, so I came up on the porch, it was 2 guys standing on side of the porch.
Oh my gosh.
And they had shot him, waiting for him to come walk down the street. It was a hit. So they had been waiting for him to come, and they were on the side of my porch that night, right when I came
Right
in the
when you
house.
walked in. And so
You
who
did-
was Pops to you?
didn't see.
Pops was just like somebody from the neighborhood.
neighborhood?
Everybody called him Pops.
Okay.
So you knew the guy that had passed.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
what was
wow.
that like for you?
It was traumatic. Like after that, I was scared of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, I was scared to go to school. I was scared to walk out the house. I was terrified. It was traumatizing for quite a long time. I
couldn't
mean,
even
I couldn't
imagine.
even drive myself to school, to work. I was really traumatized by that.
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
pretty traumatic experience. to
So
say
was
the
that the
least.
first time that you have been traumatized by something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, growing up in the neighborhood, you hear about stuff. You hear gunshots. But for one to actually come through your house,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was...
Were you home? Were you there by yourself? Or-
No,
It-
she
my
said
grandparents
your
were upstairs
mom.
asleep. My mom was upstairs, and it was just us.
Okay.
And you want to know what's so crazy is we live in the country, and so for you to say like you hear about gunshots, we literally hear gunshots going off all hours of the night, all hours of the day. During the summertime, I always tell the kids to come in, and we live in the country, but in the country that's like normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you almost become accustomed to hearing it. Like so many times we'll be laying in bed and I'll have our window open and we hear
it.
we hear the people behind us shooting, and I'm like, it's like 6 a.m. in the morning. But you're right, like you hear about it and you become so accustomed, but until you're faced with it,
Yeah.
which it scares me all the time. Like there's going to be a bullet come, and so that's definitely
But
traumatizing.
Aside from that, my upbringing was pretty good. My grandparents raised me. I had my parents, but my mother was dating drug dealers and things like that, so she was in and out of town. My father, kind of hate to say this, but he was on drugs, and so my grandparents raised me, and they did the best that they could. I think they did a
Don't
damn
ever hate
good
to say it.
job.
That's your truth. Like, don't ever. We all have our truths, and that's your truth, and don't ever be ashamed of that.
Yeah.
So,
So
Did you have any siblings?
No.
You guys both jinx.
I'm the only child on both sides.
on both sides.
Yes,
Ooh.
and I hate
I didn't
it.
realize that.
I hate it.
She's the only.
So I'm an only child, and then my oldest son is an only child on his dad's side, and then we met when he was 2, and then we have 3 others. So it's like he goes to his dad's side, and it's like peace and quiet. He comes to our house, and it's like
Party
meh.
time.
So I have something. So weren't we talking about something about being the only child?
Only
So let's
child,
test
we
it out.
were. Okay,
What
go
were
ahead.
we saying? Like,
So-
what did you say? The only child. How did it make you become?
So for me, like being an only child, I felt like I always like had to outdo what the expectations of me were. So for me, like personally, like with my family, I always was like they had expectations of me, and I always had to outdo them, and I had to always be better because that was there was no one else to compare me to.
Yeah.
So I always had to be like perfect.
Yeah, I feel like that too. I
Did
feel
you?
like my grandparents. I never wanted to disappoint my grandparents. I think that's really what it is.
Yeah.
I didn't have to like be the best or anything, but I never wanted to let them
Yeah.
down. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So they had these. I don't think they had these real super high expectations for me, but I know that I didn't want to let them
But you
disappoint them.
You created the expectation.
Yeah, and then I wanted to please them.
Yeah.
I kind of turned into almost like a people pleaser at that point.
I was looking for my husband to lift his head up about being a people pleaser.
So how long did you live in that house after the bullet went through? Like how long were you there until you moved out?
You know what? I don't know. I probably stayed there still a few more years, and then because I had my 2-family flat on the west side, I was renting it out, and I was just living with my grandparents for free. And then maybe a few years later, I bought another house. The market was super down, low
Yeah.
at that point.
When was that? Around what time?
I say it had to be 08, 09 is when the market crashed.
bankruptcy happened.
Yeah,
from
that was like
Detroit,
08, 09.
And the market crashed in the
Yeah.
end of 08. So yeah,
Yep.
the
So I had
prices went down.
bought a couple of houses and moved, but I still kind of moved in the same general area, same neighborhood for the most part.
But even the mindset for you to be 19 years old and to take your student loan money and buy, like,
I know.
that mindset
Yeah.
is straight. You should have known, girl. You right then and there. You were a straight entrepreneur. Like, Ain't nobody holding you back. I'm going because do you know how many 19-year-olds would have taken that money and be like, I'm going to Miami.
Oh yeah, and they
I want to know how that went.
Yeah,
How did that
like-
go being a landlord at 19?
Well, I had, the lady, the young lady that kind of mentored me and showed me through. She kind of, coached me through everything. But when somebody saying they 19-year-old landlord, they like, oh, I can get over on her.
Yeah.
But one thing my grandmother used to say, she said, you was not kind to them people. Because I would not play. When it came to my rent money, I'm like, I need my money.
Yeah.
She was like, you need to give them people some grace. No, I want my money. Because, that's the only money I had for
Absolutely.
real. So,
that was your job. Like,
Yeah.
it's ultimately like
she
your
said,
job.
you are not kind to them people.
So moving, go ahead.
When it came to repairs, what did you do?
So my dad, growing up, I used to say my dad was my superhero. I felt like nobody could I felt like he could take a bullet and with his teeth and I just thought he was a Superman. I didn't realize he was on drugs when I was younger, so I always felt like he was my Superman. And so I always called my dad. I still call my dad for everything. So I had my dad, and he knew a lot of people.
And what's your relationship like with him now? Like, how is he, or what is your
surprised
relationship?
He's not blowing my phone up now, because he'll call me like, "What you doing?" And he just want to talk. But I love that's
awesome.
Yeah, we
When
have
did
a really
you-
good relationship.
When did you realize that he was on drugs? At what age?
I didn't realize it until I got older. Until they told me stories about.
They told you. Okay.
Yeah, about what he was doing. I never knew. I never knew. I just knew that he would be gone a lot. But when I would go over there, I was his princess. You know.
He was present.
Yeah. So he would be gone at night. I remember he tells me the story quite frequently. He says that one day I told him he was getting ready to leave, go get high or whatever, and I told him like, Daddy, don't go out there. There's demons out there or something like that. I don't remember him being on drugs or anything like that. But he said I always used to say, don't
But you
go
knew.
out there. Them bad people out there. The
What do
demons out
you
there.
talk about your subconscious? Like your subconscious, like tells you, like it might have even been your subconscious telling you that you knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
And that was his demon, and
Yeah.
your subconscious was telling you to say it,
Yeah.
but your actual conscious probably may have never even
No
known
kidding.
that's what it was. See? I actually am listening, girl.
She's doing some good homework.
You may think you didn't know, but somewhere in your subconsciously you knew.
Yeah.
So some of the things
just
that you
did that,
said.
y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you. All right, so let's move on to growing older. You were at Wayne State, and in your 20s, what was your 20s like? What was that?
Oh, I was a party girl.
Okay.
I hung out. I grew up in the hood, right?
Okay.
So, and all of my cousins were drug dealers and things like that. And so we would go to the parties and they would just
Turn up?
Oh my God. Bottles of Ace of Spades and Dom Perignon. I was a party girl. They turned me into a party girl for real. But at the same time, while I was partying, I always got my book work done. I always I know I want to go hang out. I might be hungover in class, but I will always get my work done. So my 20s was filled with, I was buying real estate, I was going to school, and I was partying.
Do you have any
How did
crazy
you
party
juggle
stories
that?
for us? Yeah, you do.
I feel like there's more to that story, but we're not gonna go
One-
there right
one
now.
story.
One party story. You
I
got
don't
one?
have a story per se, but we used to love to go to the strip club.
Oh, yeah.
And we just
Okay.
have a good time.
Guys strip club? Or-
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's
Well,
no.
the
What
girls-
other
Next
one are we
Sunday.
going to?
Went to the strip club to go get the girls for the guys.
Well, because honestly, like, let's be real. Are there even any guys?
No,
Right.
there's not. I don't think there are.
Unless you go to
Yeah.
Canada to what's the one in Canada?
They have male reviews now.
Is that what it is?
What?
It's so.
Oh my God, what's the
rare,
one in Canada
they travel
called?
now all across.
But it used to be back in the day was Watts
Back in
and
the day, they had some.
Really? I don't even know
But
if
it was
they're
always so
being.
gay to me, so I just.
And that's why it's weird.
Not to offend
Yeah.
anyone, but
See, yeah, I probably.
I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not like, what do you call that? I'm not, what do you call it? I'm not homophobic or anything, but isn't like men's strip clubs gay?
Yes,
The only one,
I feel
the
like
only
they
one
have to be gay.
I just remember like. Just saying.
Allegedly.
I'm just gonna put this out.
That's a reminder of.
Definitely.
I just remember
Yeah.
like when I turned 19, everyone had to go over to Canada because there was a male strip club over there, and it was like the most.
Dante's.
What was it?
Dante.
How the fuck do you know the name of it? And I can't even remember it. I'm sorry, I just said that.
That's an at-home conversation.
Like I couldn't. Is that what it was called? Dante's?
Listen, we wanted to go and try it out. We
Oh.
wanted to go.
Who is
Sorry,
we?
can you turn the camera on?
Turn my camera.
Go ahead, you tell. I was worried about
Who's
my
we?
story. Let's go ahead and talk about this
I mean,
story.
obviously, we did everything that Canada had to offer.
Is this,
Just move
who
my
is we?
microphone. Who's we?
My group of brothers.
Your brother? Your twin brother?
Yeah, so
Don
we-
Cherry's 112.
yeah, we did everything.
Did you ever go to
Well,
Dante's?
No,
Don Cherry.
No, we.
I remember that.
Wait, we wanted to go perform because we wanted to go to the next level.
Oh, he wanted to make money.
Yeah, that's.
Will, did you ever get on that stage?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I didn't.
I've heard of that. I actually heard there was a someone that I was talking to. It was that older guy, and he said back in the
wanted
day
to go
he used to
perform?
strip over in Canada.
Oh, hey, look, no, I won like $150 on.
I remember hearing something about
you
that.
kidding
I don't know why.
You strip?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we need to talk about
It was
this.
not. It was absolutely not a male dance review. It was a regular club, and they just said, if you want to dance and make money, you can come on the stage. I was a struggling college student. I was
He said
bread,
that.
eggs, and waffles, and I
Players
needed the
Club.
money. So I went up there. I was in the greatest shape of my life, and I won $150. Take off my shirt and dance to a song.
What did you do for that 150?
Exactly. You just had to
Clothes on or with the
dance.
clothes off?
All I know is they had a dancer there named Anaconda. That's all I know. His name was Anaconda.
I went.
I'm not gonna lie. I know his name is Anaconda. That's all I know. But I just learned something about my brother and my husband.
It was one time.
Yes,
one
his name
time
was Anaconda. I'm not lying. It really was.
It was a place.
He was.
I don't even know where it
so
was
ugly
at.
too.
But I was like about 19, and I did go. And I remember just sitting there. All my friends were like really excited, and I was just sitting there like, this isn't gay to you guys? Because I just,
There's definitely something.
Like-
Yeah. So it. Yeah,
And I never,
I'm not
ever
gonna disagree.
went
So
with
any
them.
strip club we go to is definitely not a female one; it's a male one for sure. Because it, I don't think the only time I went over there was when I was 19, and it was like Canada. Let's go. Where was it called? Dante's. Will knows. Just saying.
Like $75. They pumped it.
Okay, so we're gonna get back to Shawnee's story because that
Let
was
the strip club out of this, huh?
that was totally sidetracked. We got into something that was. I mean, we learned something new about
Canada
both
used to
these
be
people.
fun.
Shawnee
Right
was
there,
doing her
though.
homework in the back
She
of the
was
strip
doing her
club.
budget. Exactly. She was writing her books out in the back of the strip club. So that was your 20s, and honestly, like, if you're looking back, would you have changed it? Like, did it? What?
The only thing I would change is I should have kept all the real estate that I own. That's the only thing. I had a great teenage time, 20s. I had a great time.
So how much real estate did you end up buying? So the market crashed in like 08. You were at what, 18, 19?
Yeah, so I probably bought, I don't even know. I bought so many houses because they were only $500 on the auction.
I
Yeah,
wish.
around that time. They
I would
were.
be going crazy
And
right now.
honestly, like the thing, if we knew then what we know now,
Right.
Oh my
whew,
God.
man, we'd all be
Man,
sitting here
what?
millionaires.
Yeah.
Like,
What? I would have bought the building on them.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
I bought so much real estate, $500 here, $800 there. I remember working at Quicken Loans and being at my desk doing the auction and taking my check got deposited that day, and I went right over to the treasurer and paid for the houses.
wow.
Like, if
So
I
why did you sell them? Like, why did you get rid of
Because
them?
I was young.
You didn't know any better?
I didn't think that the Detroit real estate market was gonna come back.
Yeah.
full
Nobody
force
really
like
did. A lot of
this.
people
And it's funny because, like, I think now, like, for me, like, I'm in my 40s and you guys are in your 30s, well, almost 30. But for me, living through that 2008 market and being a real estate agent now, it's crazy because, again, it goes back to if I knew then what I know now. But we're also seeing that shit comes full circle. And we're seeing, well, I don't think we're ever gonna, to be honest with you, I don't think we're ever going to see 2008 again. I really don't, because the banks learned way too much in 2008 about the shit they messed up.
Yep.
Like, what?
No, just switch.
Switch what?
We're not talking about real estate. Just switch.
I know we're not,
Right.
but I'm saying I'm talking about life lessons and like the life lessons of if we knew then what we know now. But being in the age that we are, knowing that the market's never going to hit what it is again, your mindset's different.
Yeah.
So now, like moving into the space that you're in now, how do you move differently within your business and your life?
I just take advantage of. I seize every opportunity when I can. If I know like, oh, this area. We're not talking about real estate, but if I know for a fact that this area is gonna come back, I'm just like, yeah, I
Like
gotta
Madison
get
Heights?
She says like Madison Heights.
in. Well,
Oak Park.
I'm a Detroit girl, so
Yeah.
I invest heavily in Detroit. So
Yeah.
I don't really invest outside of. Well, I do. I do my flips on the other side of 8 Mile.
Okay.
Mostly, not all of them.
Is there
but
a reason why like you stick to that
Because
area? Is that your home?
My cousins like to break into the houses that I'm getting ready to flip.
Yeah.
And so I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
So what did you go to school for?
Corporate finance.
Stop
Okay.
it. Really?
So it just kind of go hand in hand.
Hey, like that comes full
Finance
circle
is
too.
hard.
Yeah, because that's when I picked my major, I'm like, whatever is real estate. And it said finance. I'm like, okay, that.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick that. Didn't have anything to do with real estate at that time. But now I know how to do cash on cash returns, return on investments, investing at the margin, you know, all that kind of stuff. So what I learned back then, now I use it kind of, sort of.
Right.
Listen, money's money.
All right, Shanae, you told
here we
us
go.
that you went to the Bahamas
Yes.
this
Let's
past
talk
week,
about this.
and you almost got kidnapped?
Yeah.
He's over there like,
us about
she
that.
did. She started talking about it and we're like, stop. We're going to talk about this on...
See,
Go
my
ahead.
own thing is I'm super paranoid.
Very.
But
Nah, you can't be super paranoid in today's.
first of all of the reports. So before I even went to the Bahamas, I see it's like a level 2, 3 advisory. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm sending it
Okay, what's that? I don't even know what that
Right,
is.
what does that mean?
Stop there. Like, what's that? Level 2 through... What's that?
like a tourist advisory. Be cautious.
You guys are saying that too. They're going to Jamaica. They were saying the same thing,
no,
right?
no, they're going to the Bahamas.
the Bahamas?
They're leaving
Oh,
for the
okay.
Bahamas.
I was just like,
These people that we go, St. Thomas, Bahamas, they're dark. I'm sorry. They're dark-skinned males with afros that don't get their hair cut.
nah, hell no. This
So-
guy was gonna snatch me up. Okay.
What
And
was he? What happened? Like,
So-
Oh, wait,
tell
this
us,
is somebody that
please.
made eye contact?
Listen.
No. Let
you let her
we
tell
want
this
to know
story?
this story,
Actually,
please.
I need a refill on that
So
one.
me and my best friend, she called me and said, I got 2 tickets to go to the Bahamas. Just pay for our flights. I'm like, cool. We gonna
Okay.
go. And then I start seeing these advisories about travelers, tourists, be careful, this, that, and the third. So we get over there. I'm like, oh yeah, I want a fresh coconut. We walk down the hill instead of staying up the hill with all the
Tourist.
tourists.
Yeah.
We go down the hill. And we go to this coconut stand. And this guy got a machete.
Ooh,
What?
Cutting
Those
up-
are scary.
I would have been like, check please.
That's normal.
So he cutting up.
That's
Yeah, over there.
normal. That's
It is normal over there, but they still scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, and it was rusty.
That's
and-
scary as shit though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
No, I was terrified. So anyway, we walked down the hill together. Good thing we put on our good shoes. Cause I'm like, I'm not wearing no flip flops.
You gotta walk in shoes.
Just in case you gotta run.
Alright, just in case. Okay. And so I put on my good shoes and we go down the hill and we getting a coconut. I'm like, you want a fresh coconut? Yeah. So we go get a fresh coconut. And while he's chopping it up, it's this guy standing to the side of us. And he's just like real fidgety like, and then it's like a gang of cars down there, and so he's waving and signaling to the cars. I could have been paranoid, right? But I think I was about to get kidnapped.
It's over
And
there,
so
like,
Was it a white man?
you said was it a white van? Was it?
I think it was blue, but it was
But it
definitely
was a van. It
Yes,
was a van, though. It was a van.
No, no, hell no. And then he followed us back up the hill. And then we started blending in with everybody. I was scared.
So okay, so let's
I don't
let's
agree with
rewind.
that.
So
Like,
he
that's, like,
waved at some
such-
people
Like he
and
was
was like, come in.
signaling some people right there with the blue
And
band.
then he followed you guys.
back up the hill.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And he
what?
was
Did you
looking
run?
kind of
Did
suspicious.
you run?
they walked fast.
We walked
In
very
their walking
swiftly.
shoes. And this is what I'm gonna say. Like y'all can make jokes and it's fine and great. And for me, I think about this all the time because we have 2 daughters who are very unique looking. And I think about this all the time. Like, it's something that crosses my mind and it scares me because I watch the videos of like the trafficking and stuff like that, and people get snatched fat. And I've got 3 kids that I'm like, okay, who's walking here? Who's walking there? So I will give you kudos. I don't care what the people in the peanut gallery say over there.
Thank you.
Kudos to being aware to your
Yeah.
surroundings.
Because
Too many times women, especially as women, we walk up in surroundings and you're so not into, you're in tune to the coconut. You're in tune to, hey, I'm about to get my drink on. I'm in the Bahamas and I'm about to, but you are aware of your surroundings and I fully give you kudos to that because too many times we are not. Because you're so distracted by everything that's going on.
But and then here's the thing. So my best friend said she didn't even peep it until I kept like. And then the only reason he walked away is I started recording him.
I walk around Target. That was Target and Meijer put together. Target and Meijer, and I look around my surroundings because I've got 3 kids that look different than normal kids, and so I
Just
do.
period, being
Just
a
period.
woman
As a woman, walk into my
kids.
car or stuff like that. So I give you kudos because
Well, think about it. Like in the Bahamas, people are going there to have fun. They're at an all-inclusive resort. They're getting
Absolutely.
wasted.
That's all you think about.
They're
like,
gonna take
where's my
advantage of
drink?
the girls that are wasted and not paying
Yes.
attention.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just a
Absolutely.
thing about somebody that got raped in the Bahamas.
Yeah, those
See?
2
That's
girls.
probably why the
Yeah.
advisory was out.
Let me even, and speaking on that, like we got married in Dominican, a beautiful resort. Like there was 3 parts of our resort, and like 3-4 months later, a woman was murdered at a resort.
See?
And they don't, to this day, they don't know what happened to her. She went out. They say that there was people that came in. They found her in a utility closet. At the resort, we got, so we had what, 60 people at our wedding? All these people at our wedding, and then 3 months later, they're like, woman gets murdered in a utility closet. And I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Like that
Could have been you.
whole
I mean, not you, but,
experience.
you know, it could have been anybody.
But you go to these resorts and you're like free and you're not thinking and you're having fun. Anybody
Yeah.
could walk up. On
And that's
those
what they're
resorts from
wanting
the
you to
beach.
do, like be having fun and
Yeah.
not thinking, not being aware.
Yeah, getting loose.
And then
And it's
Yeah.
easy to do when they're serving
then,
you Mama
but-
Juanas.
What I've seen on social media or wherever, it's the resort employees that's kind of setting up the.
I believe because they're probably getting
they're in
paid.
on it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, they're probably getting paid, especially American dollars.
We got a hot one. They sent it over the over the wall.
Oh yeah.
The what?
I'm
ready.
sure
She
though.
ready.
Oh, right, right.
That's call another guy.
I was like, wait, who you calling? Who you calling?
Over in Jamaica,
believe
we got goldfish on it. Goldfish marks coming down. Good talk.
But no, but you're right, and it's funny. Like we make jokes about it, but I commend you for being aware to your surroundings because there is a lot of stuff that goes on.
And that intuition is a lot.
Whew,
Oh, yeah,
that gut
Like,
intuition don't play.
Yeah,
It's heavy.
so and that's what you got. You had that intuition that something wasn't right.
That's come
And
from, yeah,
so,
like you said, they
yeah.
come from growing up in the hood.
It probably
And
does.
subconsciously,
That's
subconsciously, your subconscious said to get out of here.
What was that coconut? Where
And
did
that's-
that?
I know. Did you get the
It
coconut?
was good, fresh. It was nothing like the one I buy in Whole Foods.
Was
Okay.
there alcohol in it?
No, I just want a
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I just want the
Yeah.
fresh coconut.
You need to put some like vodka or tequila in there for me.
Coconut water, like straight from the coconut, grosses me out.
No,
Not
it
gonna lie.
is so good.
I don't really like that coconut water.
Yeah, until you get
I
one
love
from
He loves that.
But yeah, if you get a real one, it's probably different.
I love it. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mess out with that.
Coconut water from a real coconut, like you're different.
It's
Is it?
probably
It's
different.
so
Oh,
You
it's
are
so bad. I was
different.
gonna say because
remember I had one.
I unless you got some vodka or tequila in there, I am
Even
all
then,
Watermelon water is
Listen,
good too.
Watermelon would be good.
Yeah,
I love
watermelon
water.
I hate
Water.
watermelon water.
You do?
Yeah.
See, and I
It's
love
good for
I
you.
love juicing a watermelon. I will juice a watermelon and add water to it and drink it like it's a shot.
I had some
Yeah.
watermelon one. I'm like,
Make sure it's not a seedless.
We talked about this.
watermelon.
I searched.
It have to have seeds.
It's very hard to find seeded watermelons because, and I will. So
They're not real.
they're
This-
no
this
seedless are not
seedless
real.
one.
That they're organically made or they're
Remember I told you how that
Engineered,
watermelon
genetically
exploded?
modified.
yes
Genetically made.
genetically. That's what I was.
Oh, I remember that. You came in late. You were like, "You never believe what
the
happened."
watermelon exploded.
Exploded.
what?
Yeah, I didn't buy it. My mother bought
It
it.
was seedless.
Yeah.
Seedless watermelons are not real.
Yeah, it was seedless. I wouldn't have bought that. My mother bought that. She
No,
gave it to my
they're not
kids.
real. They're genetically made because they have to have seeds in them. So, but to find seeded watermelons nowadays,
Yes.
like I love juicing watermelon is so good. It's good for your heart. It's good for your blood flow. But you can't find seeded
it's hard to
watermelons.
find. Just like grapes.
If you go to Rendazzle, though.
There are these urban farmers now who are growing things in
Where's
their house
that?
using an urban farmer.
What's an urban farmer?
Like they're growing.
Lindsay is an urban. Oh, let's
they're
shout out to
growing, like,
Lindsay.
watermelon and like all these things inside.
But I understand that. But there's still seeds in them. Like
No, like they're using.
Growing like weed.
Yeah, they're using like
Really?
certain type of lights
They're
and certain
clone
type-
seeds.
they're
Yeah.
clone seeds, so they're not
So
actual
it's still
like.
not real.
So it's still not real.
Healthy. They're saying it's like healthier than
We're-
actual-
okay. I'm gonna let Tyra dive into this, and she's gonna bring the receipts back to you, and we'll talk about this next
I'm gonna do
week.
my research too.
Because I want to come back to this next week. Because William will not buy a seedless watermelon.
I
Like,
try not to either.
and I just
Don't
want
buy
to juice
seedless
watermelon.
nothing.
I love to juice watermelon, and he won't buy a seedless.
Anything that doesn't have seeds
Right.
is genetically modified.
Correct. That is correct.
It's that simple. Anything that doesn't
Do your
have
research, Rob. Let's come back to
Well,
it.
no, they're saying that basically they can take the seeds from a real watermelon and they can grow
But how
it
could they
inside
do that?
using special lights and using certain things, and they can create healthier fruits, vegetables, etc. Like
That's
So
not.
it's still
Hold on,
genetically
wait, wait,
modified.
But
It's
hold
still
on, wait.
GMO.
Hold
I'm
on,
not
wait.
saying it's not.
Basically.
I'm just,
I got
giving
something.
you-
That's like. Hold on, wait. That's like. That's,
Are you
We got
trying
to
to
the camera turn.
Turn the cameras, because now they got a debate going.
There you go. There you
that's
go.
like.
You just opened a can of worms here, Johnny. Okay, I'm ready for
This
it.
ain't a real debate because I don't have the facts, but next week we can have a real debate.
Next week.
Well, I just got one thing to
Okay.
say.
Okay.
Here's my
Will
analogy.
first.
Here's my analogy.
Okay.
How many women go tanning in a tanning booth when you have a sun that gives you natural vitamin D? From a natural standpoint, which one is healthier?
The vitamin D.
natural.
The
The
sun.
natural of it.
Well,
You
wait.
cannot substitute.
That's not a
The
not
creators-
a good example, actually, because in the rays that come from the sun is also very dangerous rays.
That's only
A
taught
tanning
to,
booth.
Only
that's only
tanning
taught
booth
to
not
is
to
us.
everyone.
worse.
That's only taught to us by the system, who
The
is
European
dangerous to the
people.
Europeans. It's not dangerous.
So
to
it's
It's
the-
not dangerous
So the
if you
sun
have
gives
all of this melanin.
Listen, if you're melanated,
If you have all of this
I know. I can
melanin.
tell you this right now. If you're melanated, this like the sun. They try to tell us that the sun's going to give you a different type of cancer, and that's so false. It's not
Your
true.
diet gives you the
Your diet and everything that's involved in your body will give you the cancer. You need vitamin D in your life. All of us. Why do you think people in Michigan are so sick?
Depressed.
Because they're blocking
And
the sun
depressed.
from us.
So the
We
ozone-
need that vitamin
so we're
D.
saying that the
The
ozone.
ozone doesn't exist.
Has nothing to do with it. Nope.
Well, okay, let's
the
think
ozone
about
doesn't
regular
exist.
pop
No,
versus diet pop.
Everything that you
Oh,
learn
yeah, it's
about
bad.
science
Diet
is
pop
out
is
of
Both
worse
is
for you than
bad.
regular
It's out
pop.
of
Yeah, both is bad.
Diet pop is worse for you because
That's
there's
what I'm saying.
aspartame in it.
That's what I was saying.
So but they try to make it sound like it's like better for you,
Better.
but it's really not because there's
Everything they've told
aspartame.
us is a lie.
Is a lie.
Let's just.
So, but
put it
at
there.
the end of the day, our bodies need vitamin D,
Yeah.
and in fact, how many people get like is it the B12 injections?
Yeah.
Because your body needs those vitamins, but really you need to get them naturally from the
Get out
sun.
from the sun.
You shouldn't be getting it
Yeah,
from
but
an
that doesn't mean
injection.
that you need to lay out in the sun in order to receive the vitamin E.
But they're blocking the sun because they don't even want you to have it at all.
That's a whole nother
Correct. But
subject.
what I'm saying is, if you're a person who lays out in a Miami sun or a California sun,
every day.
Totally
You're trying to
different.
tell me that that's not going to be harmful?
It's not going to be harmful, especially if you have all of this
The melanin.
all of this
What
melanin.
person with melanin is going to ever lay out in the sun?
We're supposed
Well, but
to.
you've been taught
we're
that.
supposed
But you've
to.
been taught that in your mind frame.
Wow.
Like we
Because-
are the sun. Like we are the energy.
Walking the grass barefooted
It's
and
not a
hey.
minor.
Exactly,
It's a part of us.
exactly. And like people,
multicultural.
The sun is us.
it so is multicultural because William flat out said, "I don't want to go in the sun because I don't want to get darker." But then you have European people like me, where my father is Italian, and really
Well, we
like
don't want to go in the sun because we don't want to get hot. It's just
no, he doesn't. He has said before, "I don't
No,
want
no.
to get darker."
yeah, because it's hot.
But for me, like someone who's
wanna
who's
take-
European and my father's Italian, who's Moorish, which really, if you want to go back to even beyond that, my father and all his ancestors are dark skinned. I have that where I'm like, give me the sun
So
because
is it healthy or not healthy?
It's healthy.
It's healthy.
and that's why they're blocking the sun because they don't want you to be healthy.
Just-
because
just-
if they block the
just
sun,
do
that
your
means you're
research
going to be
as far
sick.
as-
They do block the sun.
Do your
They
research-
block the sun.
Do your research as far as cancer
Absolutely.
and COVID in these countries where they have natural fruits and vegetables and sun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That will give you all
the answers you need.
I'm telling you.
St.
Yeah.
Thomas had 8.
Sorry, we just-
We just went on
We
a
went on a
tangent.
tangent, but let's get back. Let's get back real quick.
Had 8 people who had COVID during from 2020 to 2020.
if you go to
crazy.
other
What
countries,
did you
it's-
just say?
That's not
Hold on.
crazy. That's something.
No.
No.
What did you just say?
Well, I get
Our
my
numbers-
CMOS directly from St. Thomas.
We get our CMOS
She
from
tells
St.
me that.
Thomas.
She tells me that there's no COVID down here.
Yeah.
and they think
Had 8 people
we're
with COVID over
crazy.
3 years.
In 3
Somehow
years.
Yeah.
And they think we're crazy when we start to talk about it. Like you guys are no, the United States and the COVID numbers were insane
Yeah.
compared to other countries, especially countries
That's a whole nother
with
subject.
it is a whole nother. And we just went off a tangent, and this is so passionate to me. And I'm so sorry that I went off of this, but it's passionate to me because I like for me, especially as a European woman, I don't get enough sun, and I feel it in all ounce of me in the winter, the winter blues and everything like that. And I know what my body feels like when I don't get sun. And then we go down to Florida, and every year at Christmas time, and we're hit with that sun, and it's like
Well, not
you're
this
in the
past
fresh air.
time. We didn't get sun this past
We didn't
time.
get that much. Yeah, we did a family trip down to Florida. There
No
wasn't,
sun.
but you want to know what I was doing? It was what 56, 58 degrees. The kids were in the pool. I was laying there in my Lions blanket and my Lions sweatshirt, and the sun was beating on me, and it still felt different.
good.
It feels different than what it does here. In the Michigan sun, and we can move on from this, but the Michigan sun, they try to block our sun so much compared to other states.
Yeah.
It's if you watch the.
Blocking it though.
Are you
It's just
really- are you
The,
the
serious?
smoke
government and the powers
I'm
that be.
asking real.
No, it's
saying-
I'm sorry.
In the viewer, the viewer.
That's
from the airplanes, the stuff that's coming on the air. Have you
No,
looked at
it's
them
not even the air.
Chemtrails.
If they're called chemtrails,
Chemtrails.
look up
Barium,
chemtrail.
aluminum.
Barium, aluminum
They're blocking out with
chemtrails.
these metals, bro.
Yeah.
And they're in a formation. They're always going to be crisscrossed.
Sade, did you lay out
They
the
do
sun
always
when you were
make
in the
that
Bahamas?
Oh what? Oh yeah.
You did?
Because that sounds different.
Were you trying to get darker?
No. I wasn't trying to not
looking
get
for
darker
real
today.
Like for the winter time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the sun is different, and it brings a different type of energy and emotion to you, and the fact that like that's
Well,
allegedly
we are part of the
there's
sun.
chemtrails.
Like, we are one with the sun, if you want
Yeah.
to be honest. So we do need that.
we need that
We
in
need
our
it.
bodies.
It's a part of us. Like,
And don't tell me there is not one person who's going to go to a Bahamas, St. Thomas, the Caribbean, not leave there feeling absolutely amazing. Because why? You just spent 7 days in the sun.
Even after the kidnapping.
Even after you were almost kidnapped and you had a great coconut, you still can't tell me that being in that sun and that atmosphere and that. And it's funny because they don't block the sun in those areas like they do in Michigan and around us. Like we went in the Dominican, we were there for 7 days, and every single person said that when they were there, they didn't have the sinus issues that you
I just said that.
Did you?
Because I got this terrible lingering cough from COVID. I believe, I guess, I don't know, allergies, whatever it may be. But when I was out there, it seemed like soon as I got to Florida to get on the cruise ship, the cough went away. Soon as I got back, I started
Came
back.
back.
You know what else they say?
Serious though.
They say that when you get back and you eat the American food compared to the food out there, like your stomach starts to hurt, like you start to feel sick. Did you feel that?
No, because I mainly ate. We went on a cruise, so I mainly ate the stuff on the cruise. But
Okay.
And that's more like other countries, like like when we go to Dominican, we'll take probiotics before we go there, just because their water is different and everything like that. That's more like other countries, but
How's the water?
so their water's not filtered the same way ours is. So when you go to other countries, there's more bacteria that we're not used to in our system. So when you go, a lot of people will get stomach viruses or stomach
I was thinking about the
problems.
food though, because our food has a lot more
but their food is
chemicals in it.
cooked. But their food is cooked in the same water. So if you think about that, like your food is cooked and rinsed in water and it's prepared differently. So for us as Americans, we go to other countries and we're not used to the way they prepare their stuff or the food or like to them they can drink the water all day and it not be
And
an
they're used
issue.
to it, yeah.
So typically when you go to another country, you're supposed to do probiotics for like a week or two before you leave to get your digestive system used to the bacteria.
That
Is
makes
really
sense.
what it is. But in hindsight, your Bahama trip ended up being amazing.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that you were almost kidnapped. Okay. I just wanted to make sure you did leave with a good
no,
trip.
it was cool. It was good. It was good. That was my first cruise.
I was gonna say, do you travel a lot?
I like to travel, but my favorite go-to spot is Florida.
Really?
I
And
love me
want
some
to
Florida.
buy a place out in Florida so bad. I could kick myself because back in, I want to say 20, I don't know, several years ago, I went out to Florida, Fort Lauderdale, and found this condo for $150.
Stop it. And you didn't buy it.
I found it. I
Girl.
looked up the condo again a few days ago, and it's at like $300. Ooh, I'm sick.
So William and I and our family, we go to Florida every year at Christmas time, and we invite, and like our iconic circle family went with us this year, and we continue to invite like more and more people. That's like our thing. We've done it for 11 years. We've gone to Florida at Christmas time, and I said, you know what, we are going to own a house. Like I'm tired of paying we're gonna own a house big enough that our entire family can come out. And then I was like, look at the house prices.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're-
And then the
they're-
HOA fee.
And the HOA fees, they've hit. So we're gonna wait until that circle comes back around. 'Cause it's gonna
We're
come back
waiting.
around. We're waiting. We're gonna watch it. But I said the same thing. Like
I gotta
we
get
go-
out of here. I want to be a snowbird.
I want to be able to literally pick up and say, girls and sons, we have 2 and 2. We're going to Florida for the weekend. Daddy, you can come. We'll see you when you get back. Daddy, let's all go. And we're going to go Friday and we're going to fly back Monday.
Okay,
and peace
Monique.
out.
Yes.
Is that what Monique does?
She calls him daddy.
Calls her daddy.
I do call him
the
daddy.
guy that her husband. She calls him.
Did she? I didn't hear that in the interview.
That's all she calls him. And people talk about it.
I say
I listened to
daddy.
that whole interview. I watched the
Oh,
whole
you
thing.
did?
Is that the dancing couple?
No, Monique.
Monique and she was on Shay Shay.
Oh, okay. You talking about the dancing couple?
Oh no, Monique.
No,
She calls
Monique.
her husband daddy.
Okay, so
And
the
they
only
talk
reason
about that.
I call him daddy is because we have 4 children who call him daddy. So I'm like, it just kind of
Wait, you
happened.
call
You're talking in third person, or are you calling it?
I like that.
Are you talking in third person, like your kids?
I usually do. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, go tell daddy, or hey daddy, like what do you think about this? But it's because I'm so used to
I call her mama.
he calls me mama.
Yeah, I've
because
heard
that's
that.
all we hear on a daily basis is daddy and mama. So like it just happens. It's not like shit. I want
Yeah,
him to
speaking
be
of
my-
kids, Shawna, do you have kids?
I do. A son.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how old is he?
10.
Oh,
10.
you getting in them
Okay.
fun
Wait,
years.
so
Anymore?
without calling out your age, how old were you when you had him?
Shit, I don't know. I got
10?
math. 27.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, girl, you look good. Because
I know,
I was
I was
gonna
like,
say,
thank you.
what were you,
my
10,
age.
11, 12? When you look good. Okay.
I waited
I ain't
late.
mad at you.
I
So
get-
any more in store?
Mario.
We working on it.
It's Valentine's Day.
Hey,
Look at.
Legalizing marijuana.
Here we go. We manifesting this shit.
I'm gonna give you some organic manifest.
Woo!
Sea
Okay.
moss and black seed oil.
That's
do
how.
that
That's
every
how
day.
you think we got 3
Brooke is
kids.
giving
Never
you
had
the
COVID.
organic
I'm a
one.
cleaner, and that's I
We
take
do it
sea
every
moss
day.
and black seed oil I take black seed oil every Sunday, but I take sea moss every morning. It may be. I think my body got.
We got some that I'm
We
gonna
got
say
some.
after hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
After
we'll do
hours.
after
Wait a minute,
dark.
y'all.
She's like, hold
Because
on.
listen, we Williams had
Don't
like.
the viewers trying to hear about this.
All right, so in the country, for some native.
Oh, who's
people,
going to Wilson? Oh, Ty's getting it.
They use black seed oil, a certain type of black seed oil, as a lubricant. Yeah.
Please don't say that, cause y'all gonna have him go. We don't
gonna
want
say
to that.
That's not where I thought you were.
They say kill that.
That's not where I thought he was going with this. William drinks black seed oil every morning.
You drink it?
He drinks it every morning.
You don't overdo it though, do you?
No, he does a teaspoon every morning.
So,
You ever tasted it?
it's and then he tries to kiss me.
but listen, it's
disgusting.
You have to
Wait, what are the benefits of this?
But,
yeah, because
okay,
I have
please don't use black seed oil as a lubricant. Please do your research because I am not going to condone this.
and find out what your blood type is.
Thank you.
Because every
Up
oil
in here
is
talking
not good
about
for everyone, and I
black
found that
seed
out
oil
when I
as
found out my
a we
blood type.
definitely did not use black seed oil as a lubricant. I'm
No,
gonna tell
some
you
of the
that
oils
right
are
now.
I don't even know
harmful
what's
for you.
going on.
This show is going
I thought he was going to talk about drinking it every day.
I told you what's going on.
Some of them Some oils are harmful.
Hey, wait. We're trying to hear from Will.
Okay, go ahead, Joe.
How does lubricant work?
Yeah, because he ain't do that shit with me. I can tell you that right now.
I'll
You might not know.
Where did that?
I have
Where did that come from?
Okay.
So
It don't matter when they come out and say, Will, what do you have to say?
I'll put it this way. A lot of people said, does Dr. Sebi practices work?
Oh, that might.
And you have trials that they won't put out there that supports. Not my advice, but just a suggestion. If you choose to do it, you know what I mean? But it helps.
Well,
It's not harmful
Do
because
your
it's
research.
injustice.
The question
It's injustice,
over-
so it's not harmful.
You got something?
It's not harmful for some blood types.
Listen, the
Disclosure.
question over here
Listen.
in the gallery is
Check your
are we
blood type
talking
first,
about
disclosure.
reproduction or making babies?
Yeah, that's what I
Or are we
was
talking
wondering.
about the actual sexual experience?
No, because it's.
Go ahead,
Let me just put it this
Richard.
way.
Why should you use it as a lubricant is the question.
You should,
Yeah.
You should lose.
I'd like
As
to
a
know.
lubricant, like what?
It enhances the baby.
As far as
like, or
lubricant.
something.
It enhances the natural, organic relationship between a man and a woman.
Oh,
That's what we-
okay.
So it's like
See, I'm thinking it's to
what's it
shit get
called?
better.
Aphrodisiac.
Aphrodisiac?
No. So what it does is that it helps kill the things that may be poisonous or chemical related in our bodies that may prevent the natural production.
Oh.
Which,
Okay.
So this is why you have so many
I'll go
kids,
with him
right?
on that one. Because
They got it down to a
Time, or is
science.
it that I can take
It's-
the pills apart and
The-
just
No.
No.
See, now y'all, I
use the
don't
oil.
don't say that.
No, you gotta use
that on camera.
I'll send it to you.
No, this.
It's the oil. I'll send
Make
the
sure
oil.
you don't overdo it.
Do that, please don't do that.
Don't overdo it because that it's not
yeah,
good
no,
to overdo
that's-
like
Tyra's
stuff
like
like
the realist.
that.
She is. Tyra's like bringing it all back.
I'm disclosure for the people watching.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so we have had a lot of children, and
Clearly.
Clearly, he takes it every morning.
none of the black seed oil. Time out.
Right,
Check
right.
with her if you want to have twins.
I can help
because
all that. I
she
can,
has
I can
the
tell you the
formula.
kind of sex, the
Yeah,
sex
she
of
has
your
the
baby.
formula.
We have predicted every sex of our child, and I got you on that. Now, I can't do the twin thing. That you have to drop 2 eggs for that, but that's whole.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this on camera: we have never used black seed oil as a lubricant. I just want the camera to see that. I just
This
need
is
the
new.
public to know.
You don't
That
know
is-
This did not contribute to the four.
That is not. Now, does he do black seed oil?
You have no idea.
Well, what are the benefits of black seed oil?
He takes a teaspoon every morning. I will say that. But as a lubricant, that is never.
Black seed oil, anti-inflammatory, immune support.
kills everything
Kill-
but death.
It does.
It lowers blood
It's really good
pressure.
for you.
It does.
Okay.
It's
It's
the
kind
worst.
of like soursop.
It's the worst smell and
Which
taste you've ever had
They
in your
make
life.
soursop.
It's disgusting.
They banned it from being shipped to the U.S.
Yeah.
So anybody who has sea moss and soursop that lives here, it's not organic. So the sea moss is pool raised, which is actually poisonous,
Because it has chlorine in it.
and then the soursop, it has those seeds that Rob was talking about.
Some
Natural
some
seeds.
water has that in it too.
Yeah. So like we get all of our sea moss from St. Thomas. We have a distributor in St. Thomas, and we make our own sea moss gel. I'm sorry.
Are you guys watching?
Allegedly. Allegedly.
I've been doing it for
Well,
5 years
since
Right before
2019,
COVID.
right before COVID,
Yeah.
we sell it, and but allegedly we get it from St. Thomas.
The best customer. 'Cause I've been, literally, I have not had COVID. I've been taking
Hey,
CMO,
listen,
and
I
I
got 4 kids. The youngest one is only like
2.5.
So clearly they know what
They know what's going on.
We be doing something.
They own something. Well, Mario, get with them after the show.
We'll have a continued session
Let's get this
Y'all
baby maker
have
started.
Yeah, keep us
Y'all
posted.
know
Keep us
Listen.
posted.
about having babies.
We gonna be y'all first testimonial.
We've actually had a couple testimonies of people who have
Oh, they're like,
reached.
don't worry, we already have
We
some.
listen. I got a book, and
Don't worry, my
I
resume's full.
have learned so much,
That's the real
and
reason for this podcast.
Right. You never know.
we gonna help you. We don't. And listen,
Yeah.
Nicole and William are great names. I'm just saying. If it ever comes
Do you
down
know what
to
your
it,
name? Oh, I know what Nicole means.
what
Do
is
you know
it?
what your name means? Because that's a popular. William is
doesn't William mean warrior?
No, King.
Where's the king?
Okay, I
That's
can
it.
see that. Because
Okay.
William is very
A lot of
popular name.
Kings in the past.
Yeah.
Named or something.
Okay.
Wait, speaking of names, Sade, were you named after the singer Sade?
Were you? I was gonna ask that. That's such a good question. I would
Was it
literally.
mom or was it dad?
I love
Is
it.
it spelled the
That's
same?
one of his favorites. Sade William.
What's your
loves
middle
Sade.
name?
See, I'm trying to be
I didn't think that.
Oh, you gotta show that. You gotta
We gotta get the camera.
You gotta show the camera. I can see that. You gotta stand up. We're gonna show it.
It's Valentine's Day. I had
I did not even peep
I play a
that.
little. I like to play.
I love that. I love Sade. Oh my god, I love Sade.
Love it.
Like we
That's dope.
that
So
is
before we go,
super dope.
you wanted to dive into the life path.
I was
numbers.
just about
let's
to
do
go
that.
there. Let's do
We
that.
can do that in like 2 minutes. How
Okay,
long we have?
so-
Like 2 minutes.
What's our time at? Where are we at?
2 minutes.
Okay, so go ahead and
She said, okay,
Well,
we're
we
gonna disregard
discovered
that.
It was a 5.
disregard
She's a
your
5.
time frame. You know you're
She's a
5.
life path
Remember we did
5.
it? Oh, we did it last week.
Mm-hmm.
Life Path 5. So you two are Life Path 5. So you
Yeah.
Yeah,
can.
we're
So
freedom
did you-
seekers.
Did you look up the life path 5
I did,
at all?
but I forgot.
So you're a freedom seeker.
So yeah, so
we know that.
Life Path 5 are freedom seekers. So, and it took me actually when I discovered I was a Life Path 5, I started looking up like the traits of a Life Path 5, and everything resonated with me. But it took me a while to realize what a freedom seeker actually means. And once I realized what that actually means, it like hit me
Okay.
so hard. So it's like your main goal in life is like just to kind of like be free.
Be free.
Be free. It's
Yes.
like you just want to like I know
just
with
from her
me,
life story, though, I feel
Yeah.
like that is
It's
that is your
fitting.
life story. It's
Yeah.
fitting from like her life story when she was younger and be free and everything that you experienced at a young age. Like I feel like that
But
really
it's-
resonates.
even before like everything that you went through, because you were you from the beginning. Like you were you, like even in the womb, even maybe before the womb, if you believe that. But you were you, like you were a Life Path 5 and you wanted to just be free. So everything throughout your life is just like you go through life just to hurry up like and get things done and just to be like okay and not have to worry about anything. So
Do you feel that?
Life Path 5.
I think so. Yeah, I do. I like autonomy. I like to be just free and just do what I want to do. And like, I don't even want to stay here. I'm ready to get up out of Michigan. Let's just be real. But yeah, I think I can.
Yeah.
Wait, when's your birthday again?
November 6th,
So what's your sign?
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
That's just okay.
He's November 7th.
What about a 7?
Sevens are intelligent. So sevens have like all the knowledge and well,
I don't think we've
not
encountered. Are you a
necessarily knowledge, but
7?
smart, like
When I added all
intelligent.
my numbers up, that's what it came.
So
Yeah, it's a
I don't
7.
have. I don't think we've
Sevens are
encountered
intelligent.
7
Yeah.
before.
So if you have a team, so yeah. So I always relate it to business.
Go ahead, girl.
So if you have a team and you have different life path numbers, you really need like everybody
Yeah.
from those different numbers. And the 7 brings like the brains like the intelligence
The wit
of it
and all
all.
that.
Yeah. So
Do you see that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Cause even yeah,
yeah, they're the brains.
yeah,
The
he is the
Southerns.
mastermind. He thinks he's my manager for real. So
your
Does that get irritating? 'Cause you're a
Let's
freedom
put that
seeker?
manager.
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah.
I do kind of look to him for a lot of advice on like
good.
even preparing to come here.
Which is
Yeah.
it's crazy because like our entire team. Have we ever done your life pass? Our production team.
Yeah, I think we have. Yeah.
We touched on it.
Have we touched on
I
it?
don't know. I think we talked about it.
Yeah, she said before she was a 4. What are you?
So
though?
you're a
you don't
4?
I
know?
thought I was a 4. I guess I'm not.
No.
After
Wrong one.
I'm something.
But okay, we'll talk about
We'll
that.
talk about that in the after hours. But it's funny because like our entire team, like Rob you're a 4, Will's an 8, I'm a 1. They're both 5s. You're a 5. You're a 7. So looking, and then we'll do our production team and figure out your real numbers because
I'm a
they're.
master number 22 for the
Yeah, he's a master
and so,
4.
So yeah,
master
so he's a
number.
master 4. So like that's a whole nother. I don't even know if I can you explain master number?
Yeah, so the master number, he's like 4, like to like a double dose of being a 4, like the master of 4s.
And there's
'Cause
only
he's a
certain
22, so
numbers
that's
that are
yeah.
master numbers, and
Yeah,
and
so he's like the ultimate builder.
yeah. So but to
So
bring
what's like your angel number? What does that mean?
So yeah,
My
so
angel number is 4.
So
Do you know angel
don't
numbers?
necessarily have an angel number, but there are angel numbers.
Yeah.
And like you might see them all the time, and that like gives you signs of.
so you're
Right,
saying
like
4
you're on the
you
right
see all the
path.
time?
Yeah.
444.
Yeah.
Yeah. 444 is you're on the right path.
life. It's either been 44 or 44, 44.
444.
Which okay, so let's go back to our number. I think if I were to ask my entire team, what is Will and my number? Could you guys say
8.
our number?
8. Yeah.
8. Like
Oh.
8 is our number.
Did you guys know?
All of my there's a whole
Did you get a
education.
revelation?
Hold on, wait.
Go ahead with your revelation.
Look at the camera and then.
Oh.
that's it.
Did you? I don't even know
That's
what
our
camera.
camera.
looking,
That's
but
our
Did you
camera right
guys
there.
know that? And we can talk about this like deeper later. Okay, so I discovered that your kids have 2 numbers. That
Why are you looking at me?
no,
You're
I'm
making
saying
me
like,
nervous. Hold on.
so it's okay. So it's the mother and the father.
okay.
And then you have kids. And those kids of that mother and that father has 2 numbers that dominate those kids. It's like 2 numbers.
Okay.
We'll talk about this later, but yeah.
But down
Because,
below,
like,
Let's ask our last 2 questions
Yeah,
before the
yeah,
thing.
after the thing is because we'll talk
It'll
about
get
this.
deep.
We'll talk about this in the after
But I
because I
dove
need to
deep into
understand
this,
in
yeah.
that. Okay, so we always ask like our guests 2 questions. It's not that serious. You're okay. Just relax. It's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead with the question of the night. What would Sade tell her younger self?
Don't sell them damn houses.
That's a good one.
I mean,
That's it. That's it.
Because I
Okay.
feel like I had a really good, like, I mean, outside of the traumatic stuff, but
Yeah.
I nothing I would change. I think I had
I love that.
great experiences. I experienced what I wanted to go through. I put myself in positions that I wanted to be in. So
I think you're the 1st guest who has ever said like I wouldn't change anything about my past
Except
except
them
for
houses.
don't sell them damn houses. Like I love that. I absolutely love
because I
that.
don't
Okay,
regret anything. I feel like everything is a learning experience,
Absolutely.
or you know, you go through stuff so you can grow through it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
So
I love
definitely
that.
true.
Okay.
And last question is, what's something no one knows about you?
Why'd you look at Mario?
She knew this question was
Why
coming.
did you know this question was coming? Why'd you look at Mario?
Because we have been going over this question.
Oh, really?
I think that's in your questions.
Is
that in your
it in the
Yes.
questions? Damn,
We
we
gotta
might
throw
need
it
to
out.
change
Figure
that
out what we was
email.
gonna say. What I was gonna say.
Political.
Well, that's kinda
what you
good.
wanted to
Okay,
do.
You
kinda
might be the
prepared.
only person who actually
Because
reads
that's
the
an
email,
off-guard
though.
question.
Realest people
Like,
in
what's
real estate.
something?
Realest
Do you
people
want it to be the
So-
real or
Realest people.
No,
The
we
real.
need you
The
to
real.
be the real.
The real.
None of the bullshit, none of the fake. We need the real Sade right now. Go ahead. You got the mic. Oh, I love that.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Put yourself there,
I'll
girl.
take a-
Hey,
she
we're gonna
wanted-
I'm gonna
yeah.
take a drink to that.
A lot of people don't know that I hit on Mario first, and I was leaving my Christmas party, and I
Okay.
called him
Okay.
on like a one night stand type of thing.
Stop it!
Wait, how did you guys?
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
We need to go back.
We need some extra time. Some extra
Can we have some
time,
extra
please.
producers?
Yeah.
Can we just have an extra couple minutes?
Just
We need
1
to go
2
back.
minutes,
Okay,
please.
You were at a Christmas party
I
together?
was leaving the company Christmas party. It was like
Where was he?
I don't know, at Comerica Park somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, so you were at the Christmas party and he was in the vicinity.
So I had been looking at
Oh,
his
wait,
Facebook page.
Oh, you was stalking his
Oh, wait,
Facebook page.
Wait, so wait, did you know him before?
Yes, I sold a house
Okay.
for him prior to.
Oh,
She's so
Okay.
See,
Okay.
you left that part of
I
the
mean,
story
not in
out,
that.
girlfriend. It's
Okay,
kinda
so
like
you
I
sold
was
him a house.
stalking your
I sold a
Instagram.
house.
Oh, you sold a house
He
for
was, yeah,
him.
he was my
He's a
client.
But how did you get him as a client?
He liked to say that he Googled me, but I jumped in
Mario.
his DM because he said something about real estate.
No.
Oh.
I had a white lady, excuse my language. I had a
No.
white female. who was my
We ain't
real
mad
estate-
about it.
Who was my real estate agent, and she came in the house and was like, "Oh, you might have to do this and this and that and that." And I'm like, you know what? Let me Google the top African American female real estate.
Okay.
Okay.
She popped up.
I feel like we need to.
proud of.
Are we doing some snaps for that? Like, hey. Okay.
She came up. I called her.
I'll tell the story.
That part about how we met is she said she had some different story, but I know she parked at the house next to.
Here go the story.
Out the car. She had on some pink Adidas flip
Oh,
flops.
he still
Oh, he
remember.
know what
Okay.
you were wearing, girl.
She
Okay.
got out the car, changed her flip flops at the neighbor's house. I said, "Oh,
Oh, you
she's
you
gangsta."
peeped all of that?
So from that, I just knew I had to get my shit together.
Hold on. So she had on some pink flip flops at first, then she went and checked.
I had to put the heels
That's
on.
all
Sade
I
was like,
We were in the fluffy pink flip-flops.
I don't even remember, y'all. The shoes.
okay, so
I
you
remember-
peeped her out in flip flops, and then she came back in heels.
with some heels.
She got out the car with the flip flops and
I
changed.
had
her
my
shit.
bag and put
Had
the
her
flip
bag,
flops
changed
in the
her,
bag.
her her heels. Came in and I mean I was just like I was amazed honestly.
Okay.
Okay.
So right away, he
This
was
is when the
instantly
manifesting came
attracted.
in.
So he was already.
He was
Okay.
manifesting this.
Yeah, so
okay.
right there.
Yeah.
So according to his story, he
Okay.
saw you when he was manifesting. Go ahead and
Okay.
continue with your version.
So
I'm ready.
On Christmas, so we
How much longer was that?
a
After?
couple years.
Okay, so some years.
Oh,
So,
years?
Yeah.
Stop it.
So
You were
Y'all had a chance, big fella.
You were manifesting.
Hold on, turn
Hold
it
on.
on.
Go ahead. Oh,
Oh.
Mario
You had a
said.
chance, but you were scared to believe in yourself.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe you went 3
Oh, so he was already better. I like that. He was already
Okay.
3 years in the making.
So what was going on them 3 years? though?
Mario said,
it was
"Let's
just she was
go."
still in the back of your mind.
Yeah,
3
like
years.
Honestly,
3 years
you know,
passed and you didn't
he
do
was just
nothing.
He said he was getting himself together.
I was
Oh.
really getting myself together.
Got
So,
you.
when I come back on the next
Got
episode,
you.
I'm gonna tell you from the $27 to the $3 million.
Y'all
Oh.
know, Mark, you
That's
real
the
estate
game.
too, right? You got a license?
No, I'm just.
Oh,
No,
He's her biggest fan.
He's her manager.
You kinda
Okay.
like that.
That's my biggest fan. You can be Sade's biggest fan, and I love it. And that's my biggest fan. But we're business partners, so we do
Okay.
business together. But he's my biggest fan.
So 3 years later.
I called him on a one night stand. It was at the end of the.
so
pan-
you
it
still
was
hold on, so you still had him in
I
the back
love
of your
this
mind
story.
from
I'm
3
so
years
excited.
ago?
yeah.
You still think about
Because
okay.
I'm just like, it's the pandemic. I'm over here struggling, had and I said the first time I get out, I'm gonna make a move. It's gonna be worth it, right? And so I
This
don't know.
is my favorite story ever.
So we at the Christmas party. After we leave the Christmas party, we go to not he and I, but me and my girlfriends. We went to Floods. And I told her, like, I'm calling somebody with me. Where we going? She said, we in a room at the Pontchartrain. I'm like, all right, I'm there.
Oh, okay.
So we go down to the Pontchartrain. I'm like, girl, I don't think I'm about to call this guy. Da, da, da. She
That
like,
I've
well,
been
call
stalking.
him. I was stalking. Cause I was lining my night up.
okay. Timing. It's all about
I had to
timing.
get my night lined up.
Okay.
'Cause this was the first time I was really out since the pandemic, and it
Right.
was still like the pandemic for real. And so Yeah, I called him and I'm like, "What you doing?" And he like, "Nothing." I said, "Well, come to the room."
Random call, he answers.
I mean, you should have known then. Like, known then she was
That's the freedom seeker stuff.
Straight to the
She
point.
done. She said, "Let's go now," and I don't fuck around.
But I'm gonna tell you something else about freedom seekers. But when you finish the story,
I like
that you
love
need
this.
to know.
This is the funny part, though. Before we laid down together, I made him take a COVID test.
You had a COVID test.
You had
in hand.
You took a COVID test
Hold on,
with
wait,
you?
She had a COVID test in her purse.
Hold on, wait.
She said, wait.
Hey, I know we running out of time.
Lay your head back
Hold on,
real
wait.
quick.
Oh my! Was it a nose?
Wait, hold on,
the
wait.
nose one?
Mario.
Oh my god!
Y'all should have seen him in his drawers
Wait.
taking a COVID test.
We need to get Mario's reaction.
I totally
We
just
need to get
unplugged my
Mario's reaction
headphones.
when he got the call.
Oh gosh, that's so
When I
funny.
got the call.
He trying to act off. He was trying to, when he got up there, he was trying to act
Honestly,
off.
I was I liked the Sade, so it was a situation for me where I was like, no, this ain't how it's supposed to go. You know,
Fuck
we want
that.
wild and build up to this point. You know, she
like, I ain't got
she's
time
the
for
red
it.
zone.
Okay.
Listen, baby, take a COVID test and lay down, my man. That's it.
Long as you take that COVID test, you
She had a
good.
COVID test on me and everything, and I'm drunk trying to figure out what part I stick in my nose, what part I break off, and put the oil out. I'm straight.
Hey, I literally want to come give you the biggest high five ever.
I can't read. I definitely can't read already, but I'm drunk. And it's about 2 in the morning. So, I'm like, fuck it, I'm straight.
That's what's up.
Oh, that was a
I
That's so
literally
funny.
like want to come over and give you the biggest high five
Just go
ever.
ahead. Just
Because
Air
shit, girl.
high
That
five.
He liked it and put a ring on it, right?
Hey, there we go.
That's
Like
good.
it. And how many years later? Where we at?
We're 3 years, almost 3 years in.
Whew,
Okay.
yeah, I don't think that's.
That
I
was a
don't
good
think there's
story.
ever
That's a
gonna
great
top
story.
a
Why did you
story.
put the end for that story?
Like, I have like tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
Like that was like the
That was
best.
funny.
So we debated on what I was gonna say.
Did y'all agree to the story?
I'm like,
Yeah.
what you think?
Did you not see her look at him and
Yeah.
nod? She was like,
Did
Are
we
we good
agree
to
to
say
that? Are we doing this? This is an agreed to story.
Yeah, that was good.
Breaking news.
Yes.
I feel like we should like when you do
We got an
the.
exclusive.
When you do the edit, like do the breaking news,
Okay.
like exclamation points
will.
across the bottom.
That's a
Like
thumbnail. That's a thumbnail.
I
Oh,
literally.
that's definitely gonna be the real.
You already know that reel's coming. It's coming. I like
Yeah.
girl.
Story
That
is out
story.
All right, guys, we gotta wrap up. We're getting the fingers from Will. So, thank you guys
I
for
don't- how
tuning
do you
into the RPR podcast. Thank you, Sade, for coming on and
Yes,
sharing
thank
that
you
story
so
with us.
Like amazing.
Yeah.
You were amazing.
Yes.
Stay tuned to next podcast. We have Jessica Woodback coming on. We'll see you guys then. Peace.
Bye.
Peace. Bye, y'all.
That's a wrap.